We're teaching you how to use SQL injection union attack to retrieve all passwords and all usernames from a website so that you can log in as any user or even as the administrator. So let's get started. So this is the website in which we want to test. Looks like a pretty normal website to me. Yep. So let's try and log in over here, and let's try administrator and password as a random password, and it's giving an error. So because this is giving an error is because whichever username and password we try, it's going to compare it with a table known as users, because that is, I think, the default name, and maybe the table users has many columns. One of this might be username and the other might be password. So whenever you form a new username, your username comes in this username category, such as I'll put a username subs, and if I'll put the password as 123. Now whenever I type subs and 123, it is actually compared with this username column inside this users table. So for the password for the administrator would be administrator, and his password, so let's assume it's password 1234. So we need to find all of these dump for every user and for even for the administrator. So let's get started. So firstly we need to find the point and the place which is vulnerable to SQL injection attack. So in this home, I'll just go and I'll put an extra single quote. I didn't find anything, but when I'll go in this lifestyles, and over here when I'll just click on a single quote and I'll press the enter, you can see there was an internal server error. It was an internal server error, which means we have proved that this point is vulnerable to SQL injection. So even though it's not in the login page, it's just in the filters page where we can filter for products. Just there, that point is SQL injection vulnerable. So I'll just configure my burp suite, and I've done this, and again I'll just take the request and I'll send this request to the repeater. So this is the request which is currently going, and just like we checked by putting this single quote over here, it is equivalent to putting a SQL single quote over here. So for example, this is the website which we were seeing right now, and if I'll put a single quote, it will show me internal server error just like before. Okay, so now let's do an SQL injection attack over here. So firstly I'll break the SQL injection SQL query, and I'll do plus select plus null comma null dash dash. So you might guys be wondering, why did I type this? Is to determine the number of columns, and I have provided a link down in the description to determine the number of columns written in a query. So do watch that, only then you'll like, okay fine, I'll even explain it here. So when I do send this request, I get a server error. That means for one column it's giving me an error because more than one columns are being coming. Yeah, okay fine, I forgot the union keyword, sorry guys. Yeah, so now again let's do this. Now when I type one null, it's giving me an error. When I type two null, it's working just fine. So rather than null, now I'll type some subs like please subscribe to my channel, and I'll send this request, and let's see, and it worked. Now let me just copy this URL and let me paste it here, and see the subs which I typed came over here. So whatever I am passing, I am able to receive that back. Okay, so now what's left is we need to get the usernames and passwords. So just like a simple query, to select username and passwords, I'm going to type select username and I'm going to type select password plus from plus the table known as users. So there are many doubts right now in your mind. So one would be, why are you using plus? It's because in a URL I cannot provide a space. I have to provide a plus sign, and plus sign is actually treated as a space. So that is why I'm putting plus over here. Now let me just copy this. Just like a simple query, select username and passwords from this table. I have done that. And let me just paste this URL. And as you can see, I got that dump. I got this thing, Carlos is a user and his password, and then these are just the normal posts which we were receiving as it is. And we can see we received 3 users, which are all the users there are. And I'm going to log in with the administrator user ID. Since I know his password now, I can log in. You can see this was the password for the administrator, and you can see hello administrator. And successfully did I not find the other user's password, I also was able to find the administrator's password. And obviously as administrator I have superior rights on this website, and this is what we wanted to do. So if you have any doubt, like how did I determine the number of columns in the query, and how did I plan that this, why I had to write this query, I'll provide the link down in the description to watch that. And please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye bye.